Alright guys, here today's top stories in Out to the World segment. Number 1. In the presence of Gladys, Wanga and other senior ODM members, the new Secretary General of ODM, Catherine Omanyo, was informed that the reason she was picked as Secretary General was so that when Sifuna starts a war with them, she can spread her legs and confuse him with her goods. I swear I'm not even being sexist. That's exactly what she was told yesterday. Here's a tip.
Unajua hiyo position ya Sifuna inachukuliwa na mama. Ndio sasa akipigana na wewe unatolea hii. Alafu analala kama mchinga. Tolea hii. Kutana na wewe patia hii achape moja atoroka. Vile huko slim namna hii. Patia yeye kabisa chape kabisa. Alafu unafanya hivi alafu analala. Kesi imeisha.
Imagine being told that the only reason you are selected as Secretary General is so that you can use your private parts on ODM's enemies. This lady wasn't selected because of tangible skills. Instead, she was selected because of tangible goods. Hey, ODM ni kubaya bana. Call an NDC, mufiche hii aibu. Number 2, the powers that be are trying very hard to circumvent standing orders just so that they can chase Karoli Omondi from the chair position of the CIOC. For context, CIOC stands for the Constitutional Implementation and Oversight Committee. Its main purpose is to oversee how the Constitution of Kenya is implemented. Just listening to Karoli Omondi taking on Wetangula and his other partners.
The power of the selection committee is to nominate members. I want to be shown the power of the selection committee and our standing orders to discharge me from a committee, because only article...
You made that point already.
Yes, but I want it. I want a ruling from you. I want to encourage you to retire, not make and research and give us a ruling on these matters. It is for the benefit of the members, because members have been mistreated in this house, where political differences are brought into this house. They don't want me to chair CIOC because I'm going to oversight general elections. They want to rig the elections. That's why they don't want me in CIOC. And order. That is the reason. That is the reason. Order. Because I'm chairing CIOC.
We've agreed that if the national government is stealing elections, then the opposition must also steal. The only difference is that the opposition must steal twice as much. Raundi atubembelezi dictators. They must go by all means. Number 3, I think the 14th Parliament of Kenya will be the least productive of them all. This far out, I can already see it coming. And the reason is simple. We already have a class 2 dropout who's contributing nothing in Parliament. Anapiga tu kelele huko nje. And if that wasn't bad enough, his big brother, the class 4 dropout, now wants to become the next member of Parliament of Turbo constituency. Just listening to this.
Mimi najua kuna kitu mmefikiria sahihi. Si nyinyi mko na kitu mmeona kwangu? Si kuna kitu mmeona kwangu? Sasa ni nyinyi ndio mtakuja kuniambia mmeona nini kizuri kwangu. Sio kitu kizuri tuwache hii Ramadhani ipite, si nyinyi mtakuja kuniambia kama ninaweza kukaa kwa kiti ama mtanipatia kiti kingine. Mumenielewa? Si nyinyi ndio wenye mamlaka. Si nyinyi ndio wenye kutengeneza watu. Factory haiwezi kushinda mwenye factory. Ama mtoto msaliwa hawezi kushinda mzazi mwenye alimzaa. Ama namna gani? So nyinyi kwa pamoja ni wazazi wangu, mtanilea nikae vile inasemwa kwa Kiswahili. Mtoto aleavyo ndivyo akuavyo. Hebu tuseme mtoto aleavyo akuavyo. Si ndio? Si mtanilea. Kwani mtaniombea kwa Ramadhani nikuwe mbaya kweli? Sinaona kama mnaniombea niwe mzuri. So thank you very much and may God bless you. Allah awalinde, mkirudi nyumbani muendelee na maombi, na hata me in my small way nitamwambia Allah awasaidie siku zenu zote. Thank you very much.
Watu wa Turbo, msituharibie nchi tafadhali. Do not give us a misguided selection. Be wise. Mbunge mnachagua atakuja kusumbua inchi. Elect leaders who you know will respect their job. You've been voted as an MP. You are supposed to be in the National Assembly. Go be there. And once you are there, contribute something meaningful. Unless you are saying you are representing fools. Umepigiwa kura na wajinga ili uende pale urepresent ujinga yao. Because your MP is a direct representation of you. So don't vote for somebody who does not represent you. Usiende kuweka mtu ambaye hajasoma, mtu ambaye anapenda siasa ya nje ya bunge lakini ndani ya bunge is contributing nothing, mtu ambaye anapiga deal zake na si za kusaidia watu wake. And that is why you see these people lecturing Didi Nyoro. They're saying, why is this young man being able to do all this? The rest of us cannot do it. The rest of you cannot do it because of kickbacks. Na hata kama kuna vile Nyoro anafanya ndo hiyo pesa ipatikane, why are you not doing the same? The truth is you're probably doing the same, but just not for the people. It's for your own self and your kin. It's a sad reality, but it is what it is, guys. 2027 is just around the corner. It's a year and a few months to go, and we'll get a chance to vote in new leaders. Let's vote wisely, or it'll be another 5 years of me lamenting here about the bad leadership that we have. Anywho, guys, that's all I had for you today in our Watch the World segment. Do drop me your comments in the comment section below, and I'll do best to read them and to give you a response. So with that, here today's ads of the day.
Right now, I'm with my team headed to a client's house in Riru for consultation. That is to take measurements of the windows, go through our catalog with the client, and then once they decide on the color and the fabric they want, we'll get busy sewing, and at long last, the curtains installation will be on us. So if you're looking for curtains, shears, curtain rods, curtain accessories, reach out to Phoenix Curtains and Interior Decor, and we will sort you out. Call us on 0724 414153.
If you're in need of electrical wiring, solar installation, or electrical fittings such as strip lights, snake lights, downlighters, or chandeliers, contact Engineer Wycliffe at 0707 476602 and he'll get your house dapped up. If you're here for the first time, please go on and hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching for a different platform, just head on over to YouTube, search for David Wafula. Hit the subscribe button, you're going to be getting a ton of content of this nature. If politics is something you're passionate about, this is definitely the one channel that you really need to subscribe to. Alright guys, adios. Thank you for choosing David Wafula as your primary news platform. We put countless hours in research, recording, and editing. By showing up each and every day to watch our videos, you encourage us to generate more videos for the viewers. We are on a mission to inform, educate, and build a better tomorrow. To our thousands of followers in a world full of presidents, kings, and queens, you are the real gem. Adios.